Hi everyone, I'm Ailu from Plants by Lulu and welcome on my channel. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and let's go. Today I'm here to tell you about my Epripremnum Pinnatum Variegata. As you can see, it is very much cut down. I can do a side by side on how it looks versus how it is looking now. And one of the things that happened was that over the past 2 months, the plant with the pot and like the stick in it fell like face first on the ground. So it happened 4 times, and every time the plant was damaged more and more. So a lot of stems were like bent beyond like survival. Not the base stem, but like the stems of the leaves, those stems. So I had to remove the leaves, and it looks barer and barer. And then the last time it fell, I was just sitting at the dinner table and I just heard rustling, like, and then out of nowhere it was like a very loud bang. And a lot of the times that it fell, the pot would also roll over leaves, so they were really smashed and damaged. And so after the last time it fell, I just decided to cut him up because it wasn't worth growing him out anymore, because I really wanted a lush plant. And now I think at the end almost 60% died, and so I just cut him up. These are the cuttings. I made a selection of the cuttings I want to save for myself and cuttings I'm probably go to give away to friends or sell online. If you are interested in any, just let me know. This happened, I never thought it would happen, but it is, I think, part of having plants, owning plants. It was growing the way I wanted to, the way I envisioned for this plant. So in that sense, I'm curious what's going to happen with this plant. But there is now an empty spot in that place. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fill it, or if I'm going to fill it or just wait. But I wanted to make a small compilation of the plant's journey, if I can find photos. You know, this was when I first repotted it and put it in its place. And I would never think or never envision how he would grow and how big he would grow. So I'm really happy that I experienced that and I could see the potential of this plant, because I got it as a very small piece, you know, with only 2 leaves. And I am really glad and happy I just have seen its whole journey. And I hope the new cuttings will also have bigger leaves or big leaves. In the beginning, I was kind of in denial that the fallings like had consequences. I was like, it's fine, I will put him back. It's fine, I will put him back. But after the 4th time, I was like, if I put him back again, he's going to fall again. It's just, he was, I think, too top heavy, so he needed to be on the ground or in a different pot. But this was not it. And so I was like, okay, the only thing I can do now is chop him up and see what he's going to do. Afterwards, I think the next day I was so regretful, because I was like, oh my god, what have I done? But then I was like thinking about it, I was like, well, this was the only most logical way, because 60% of the plant was already gone and it really looked bare, and that looked kind of sad, and I did not want that look, especially because it is the first plant people see when they walk in, one of the first plants they see. So I did not want to have that there. I did not film it because it was very late when it happened and it was very dark, and well, you know, it was I was in my comfy clothes and stuff like that, so I did not film it. Also, I think the battery was dead, so couldn't film it. But one of the things I talked about last year was that I have to find a balance, what to film and what not. And I think this is one thing that, of course, it would be nice to have that footage, but I think this was one of the things that needed to happen offline for me to keep that balance of like not feeling like everything has to be about filming. So that's why I'm filming everything afterwards. I think that it's almost a week ago that it happened, and as you can see, the leaves that are intact are still stable. I am guessing the white in the upcoming weeks is going to deteriorate and brown, but I have hope. I'm very hopeful. And so this is that story. It's a bit of a shorter video, but I hope you still enjoyed the story. And I also hope that with this, if you have a fill at home or like something happened to a plant you were very excited about, that like means starting over from scratch, and that means like in some way, mourning sounds so heavy, but in some way mourning the way that plant was growing and mourning that period of that plant. Know that it happens to everyone, and sometimes it can feel that all the bad things happen at once. And I want you to know that that's not happening. If it feels like that, stupid stuff like this happen to all of us and everyone that tries to care for plants. So, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe and the like button, and I will see you in the next video. Doei!